Welcome to today's 5-minute tutorial, where I teach you to play an entire song in just 5 minutes. Today's song is Shape of You by Ed Sheeran. This song is really cool because it has a dance-type beat, but it's played almost entirely on the guitar. You ready for it? Make sure to check out the description below for full lyrics with chords on top of them, as well as how to play each of the chords and any other techniques covered in this video. We begin with our intro riff, and that's the riff that plays throughout the entire song. And then we go into a verse, pre-chorus, and chorus, and then we repeat that same verse, pre-chorus, and chorus. And then we go into a bridge, which is our Come On, Be My Baby, Come On, and that repeats 8 or so times. And then we go back to our chorus once, and then we end on that same bridge. Really makes it simple. We've only got one chord progression for the entire song. B minor, E minor, G, and A. The B minor is usually played with a bar chord, but if that's too tough for you right now, you can take off that bar on the first finger and just play the chord like this. To make it even easier on yourself, you can be kind of lazy with this finger and kind of mute the first string with it, so even if you accidentally pick it, it doesn't ring out. And so we repeat that same chord progression the entire song, which is nice and easy. We've got a pretty minor feel with 2 minor chords, which gives it the darker feeling. One cool thing about this song is that almost all of it is played on just a guitar. A lot of the percussion is used by hitting the guitar, and it sounds a lot like a club beat, but it's kind of cool that it's almost all a guitar, even though it's got that feeling to it. Okay, so let's start with our intro riff. Forgot to mention, capo on your 2nd fret. So, you start with your 3rd finger on the 6th fret of the 3rd string, and then you put your 2nd finger on the 5th fret of the 2nd string, and then go back to your 3rd finger on the 6th fret of the 3rd string. And then we repeat this 3 times. And then the riff ends on the 4th time with 1st finger on the 4th fret of the 2nd string, then our 3rd finger on the 6th fret of the 3rd string, and then back to your 1st finger on the 4th fret of the 3rd string. So that's going to be... So all together, that would be... And that's played, I think, twice at the beginning of the song. If you've got a second guitarist, you can have one person basically play that riff the entire song and add in some chords behind it to get it full. That riff is played for almost the entirety of the song. If you're just yourself on a single guitar, though, you're probably going to want to play some chords instead of just that riff, because that'd sound pretty empty. So what I like to do is kind of follow this rhythm with my chords. And if we remember our chord progression from before, so I'm going to play something like this. Kind of following that rhythm there. The most important part of this is the really short 2nd note there. And that's done easiest way by just pressing the palm of your hand against the strings when you're ready to mute it. So you do a... and then you just repeat that for the whole thing. Okay, so that's what I do for the verse and the pre-chorus, and that should fill it in nicely. And then, technically in the chorus, you could just keep doing the same thing. You could just leave this video here and play the whole song with just that rhythm right there. And I just like to add a few more strums in to make it a little fuller sounding. The actual strumming pattern you do isn't as important as the feeling. And you should get used to thinking about that, and that you shouldn't follow a video and do the exact same chord pattern they do, because they're making the chord progression up a lot of the time anyways. But the more important part is the feeling it's trying to give. So if I play something like this, then you can see that's a lot more energy and there's a lot more excitement to that. The things to note that I'm doing here is I'm using a lot of muted strums and kind of intermixing them with the full played out chords, which kind of adds a more percussive rhythm too, which is a lot of what the song is about. So if you do something like that, then you can play that for the chorus, and then you've got the verse, pre-chorus, and chorus all done. The only other part that's different is the bridge. It's still the same chord progression, but I play this section a little differently as well. It's very percussive at the start, so you may want to do even more percussive strums, which basically just means muted strums, and put that in there to make something very minimal, and then it kind of builds up. So you might do like a... And if you do something like that, that'll fit along nicely because you've still got the guitar notes, but you've also got the percussive strums in there. And so if you put those three parts together, you've basically got the entire song. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, where you can learn to play your favorite songs in just a few minutes. My goal is to release new videos every day, so come and join me and let's play some guitar.